What is up, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? It's your girl EJ in the building, y'all. We are back to talk about a really, really good psycho thriller that was on Netflix, and it's called His and Hers. If you have not checked it out yet, then you definitely got to go and check it out. It is an excellent limited series. I'm gonna bring up the crew, y'all. Y'all know we gotta talk about it, get into it a little bit. And then also, guys, do not forget that later tonight we are going to be going live to do the watch party for Power Book 4 Force. And then we will also, Moochie's going to be doing first reactions after that. So make sure that y'all, make sure y'all come through. But let me go ahead and get everybody up here so we can go ahead and get into the convo. Got my girl Kay in the building. Hey.
Oh yeah, I had to talk about this. When I tell you I was up until 3:00 in the morning because I had to keep going. I was locked in. I wasn't scrolling on social media. When I tell you I was locked in with this.
Locked in. I was locked in too. I just sat there. I sat in one spot. I ain't even moved. I said, what the heck? I said, I just done sat here this whole time, just done. I was up till I was up like you. I don't even know what time it was. 3, 4 in the morning. I was just up.
I gotta keep nowhere. Going. And see, when I seen John Bernthal, I said, y'all should have told me that in the beginning. I trust anything I see John Bernthal in. If I see my man in here, I already know it's gonna be good. I trust all his projects.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, listen, now I know. Okay. Now I know. Hey, Mooch.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. How you doing?
I am good. I am fine. Hey.
What's good? What's the vibe check? That's how I like to always get it started. Like, let me know what you thought about the episode, about this limited series in general.
Oh, this limited series, this was like you couldn't stop watching it once you started if you into stuff, if you like figuring stuff out. And I'm this, whoa, how can I say it? It unravels so much where you thought it was one person, then it went to thinking it's another person. And then when you find out who it really is, oh my goodness.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, if you are watching this with us right now, please know that this is going to be, these are all spoilers. It's going to be spoilers. So if you haven't seen it yet, you might want to hop off, go watch it, then you come back and watch this on the replay. But this will be spoilers. And because it is one of those whodunit things, I don't know if you want to know. If you want to know, then listen, stay. But if you don't, just letting you know, you have been warned. But yeah, Moochie, I agree with you. Absolutely. Everything about this had you jumping around like, okay, maybe it's this person. Maybe it's this person. The truth of the matter is that you never saw it coming when it was like revealed who it
happened.
Was.
Yeah.
He was like, ain't no way. I just didn't see that coming. I just think this has been probably one of the best I don't know, I call it psycho thriller because I don't know whatever you want to call it, thriller, drama, like it's mixed, it's a bunch of things mixed into one. But it was like one of the best that I've seen. I honestly, and this may be just maybe too early to say this, but I think that this will go down when we get to the end of the year and we're like, what was one of the best shows that you watched this year? I think that this one is going to be in people's top 5, unless there is something else that just, you know what I'm saying, that just come through and is like, oh, and it got to be a lot of something else. Everything about this was just done so right from the very beginning to the very end of it. Even the way they switch up on the voice at the end, from the way that they start with the letter, because they start with the letter now that you know, once you get to the end, when we start hearing the letter, the words, then we get to the end and we hear her saying the words in her voice, and then the switch up is crazy. I was like, shit. I was so done.
Yeah, I thought all her fault was a trip when they gave us that plot twist at the end of what really happened. I said, I think y'all. I was like, I think this got all her fault beat.
And see, I still gotta watch that one, but I heard that one got a good plot twist too.
Yeah. I didn't see all her fault. I gotta see that one because I was.
They got a twist at the end. That's when I was away. I ain't giving it away, but if you like a good twist at the end that you won't see coming, all her fault.
Okay, thanks for the recommendation.
Oh my goodness. Lil Rock said, I thought I knew who it was by episode 4, and I was correct until the end. I know. Listen, that's how I felt too. Like, I was like, oh, I know who it is. Oh, I know. I mean, and I ain't even gonna lie, by the time we got to episode 5, listen, we only got 6 episodes. By the time I got to episode 5, I was like, oh yeah, that's who it is right there. Still didn't see it coming. Lord, I tell you. But y'all, we're about to get into it. Honestly, I don't have a whole lot. All the stuff. We just gonna have a conversation about it. But I am gonna give us like a little visual, but not like it's not gonna be like a big thing. I just put like some collages up here because just so we could have something to think about. I want to kind of start with the beginning of the series, right? When we first get introduced to Anna and she's coming into the door, it looked like somebody hit her in the mouth. I mean, she grabbing her mouth. It looked like something just happened. Who thought it was Anna? Who thought it was Anna on the panel? Who did y'all ever think it was her?
In the beginning, I did. Like I said, remember when I said at first I thought it was one person, then it switched to another person. So it's just like, yeah.
I feel like she was guilty of something, but not like the main person. It was just that she was always giving she did something.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was, but I was like, oh, she done something.
Yeah, I was just like, she's guilty of something.
Yes, but I wasn't ready to go all in on her being the unaliver. I just knew that I just felt like she had something to do with it. And that's where I was with her in the beginning. I was like, what's she done? And if you look at trailers and you look at all the stuff and the premise of it, I was like, oh, she gotta be like, whatever it is, it lead back to her because she coming in here looking all sketch. But then we're going to get a moment. We get another sketch moment because the way that they played us against him and her, technically, like the way they played us. And then we get back to Jack, who looks guilty as crap. Like Jack is pulling what was that movie where he was the cop and he was hiding all the evidence and doing all the things?
Was it In time?
Yeah.
Jack
was pulling in time because he was hiding all the stuff. We learned that he's up here sleeping with the girl. Like, oh my God. Okay.
With her op, nonetheless.
That part. Yeah, out of time. Thank you, Sally. Yeah, it was given out of time for like a minute there. But what were y'all thoughts over Jack? I'm going to kind of go character by character. What did y'all think about just Jack in general? I'm going to start with you, Mooch.
Jack was something else. But then you understand why. Once you understand everything, how it unravels, we had Jack and Pablo Schreiber. Them some good white boys to look at, y'all. I'm just saying. So, I was enjoying all of that because I like watching The Punisher too. I remember we was reviewing I wish they would have never. They should have had a second season of American Gigolo.
Gigolo.
Yeah. So once I saw he was gonna be in this, and Tessa Thomas, I love her. The last couple of things she's done a lot of projects on Amazon, which have been good. And it was 2 actors that I really wanted to see how they work together. But you know which one who really surprised me?
Who?
He was from The Wire too. I can't think of his name right now. The one in the white sweater on the bottom that played the husband, the freaky husband.
Yeah.
He was in The Wire too. And he looked like a totally different person. He looked like he even looked more attractive than he usually look on it, than The Wire. He just came across as a different person. So I love that we saw a lot of range with some of these actors that we are familiar with.
I forgot that was a dude from The Wire. You're right. That is him. I didn't even know that.
He be in a lot of stuff though.
Yeah, he do be in a lot of stuff, but this one, he seemed like like, oh shoot, he dressing. He just gave off a different aura about himself.
So speaking of the husband, did anybody think that it was the husband from the, because they always say you always got to look at the husband first and then the whoever that, like if they got a little side thing, then you look at them next.
I ain't gonna lie. I for some reason I feel like he was too obvious though. I didn't feel like it was him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like he was completely telling the truth about the nature of the relationship with his wife because he didn't seem too torn up that she had passed away. Like, those tears was fake. So it's like, I feel like he was, he was giving overkill in his bereavement, but I didn't think that it was him at all. Because somebody that supposedly got money like he got, talking about all his parts don't work or he don't mind if she do whatever with other people, he lying. With all his money he got, he probably got other people too that he be paying off to do whatever freak off nasty stuff that they be doing.
No, they had rules. Remember, she broke one of the rules. So that's why I know, but that's why I thought it was him, because he broke one of their rules where you wasn't supposed to mess with nobody in town.
And the crazy part about it is that, dude, like, you've been knowing she been breaking these rules. That's what's so crazy about it. I didn't necessarily think it was him. Only because I felt like that was going to be too simple and too easy for it to be the husband. But I like how they made us think all these different people. Like, I like how they jumped us around. Like, okay, now this person looking guilty. Oh, now this person looking guilty. Hell, at one point I said Helen ass was looking guilty. Like, everybody was looking guilty to me at some point. But I want to talk about these girls. They were horrible. They were horrid. Rachel was a horrible person. When you get to learn who Rachel was and the things that she did, horrible. Helen, horrible. Zoe, horrible. All of them terrible. And they were even horrible people when they grew up. That was crazy to me. What y'all think about these females?
Okay. Yeah, but what's his name? His sister, Zoe, right? Was his sister. Mm-hmm. Leaving the baby at home by herself. Sure. I'm like, so you was trash then and you trash now.
That part
is what I'm gathering, is that you wasn't gonna change. And I'm glad we were getting bits and pieces in the flashback to know that this was just a group of bullies and mean girls that took it to the extreme level. And I don't feel bad about what happened to any of them at all, because they were basically being evil, cruel, and mean. And I feel like since they grew up and feel like they had somewhat decent or successful lives, except Zoe looked like she was barely holding it together, that they got away with it, which gave them permission to do the thing. And it's like, it's almost like, how many other people did y'all like screw over in your lives to even get to this point at all? Like, they was taking it on a whole other level. And bullies never just sometimes they really target one, but people who are like real professional bullies, they bully and they do people wrong for a long time. And a lot of people, they have no allegiance and loyalty to anybody.
That part, absolutely. And that's how all of these girls were, like each and every one of them. And come to find out, the one who we thought was the one that we thought deserved our sympathy, turns out she didn't deserve our sympathy either, because she was just like them. Hurt people. She was the definition of hurt people. And at first and I saw your comment, Renee, about Catherine, and that is true. That was one person that I thought too, only because they only mentioned her, but everybody else we got to see, and we didn't get to see Catherine. So I like the flip of that too. Like, I like the fact, did anybody figure out early on that Catherine and Lexi were one and the same? Mooch, did you figure it out?
Go ahead. You already started talking. I'll go after.
Because I don't pay attention to names, so I didn't know who the name of that one lady was, but I just knew that because what's the name was smashing her husband.
Mm-hmm.
I knew, I put two and two. I felt like that was gonna be her. I just didn't know, because again, I don't pay attention to names, but I figured that was her, how evil she was being. And I mean, she had no right to be smashing that lady's husband, all because you seen your husband giving back shots to your op. So you just go and smash this lady.
Okay.
Two wrongs don't make it right. You shouldn't have been doing that. But I knew the way that she was treating her because of, I was like, no, this beef seemed a little bit more than just now. Like, it seemed like you had to not had liked her for a long time to treat somebody that way. Like, not, I'm just like, nah, this beef has been long standing.
And what's crazy about it is that, allegedly, supposedly, she didn't even know that Lexi was Catherine, but the fact that she had this beef with her unbeknown, like the fact that it was that type of energy between them, that's crazy. It just goes to show that like sometimes you just know, but you're right. It wasn't right for her to do it. But at the same time, she was like, bump it. Like, it is what it is. And we're going to talk about the ending part of it here in a little bit, because I'm gonna need some clarification on a couple of things. But Mooch, did you figure out that Lex and Catherine were the one and the same when you were like, when early on, or didn't hit you to the end too?
I didn't know that Lex and Catherine. At first, I thought that was the sis. That was the she was the older sister, right?
Well, Catherine was the younger sister, and Andrea is her sister that got.
Yeah, well, that's who I thought she was, Andrea, at first. I thought she was her, but then I had to, when I went back, I heard her kept saying, call me Lexi. When she said that, I said, it still didn't connect. And when it finally did, I got it like when she got it. I got it when Anna got it. Where I was like, oh shoot.
When she pulled the funeral thing off the picture, I was like, oh dang. I said, y'all doing too much. Now y'all throwing me in too many different loops and hoops here right now, okay? Because I had no clue that was her. Now I'm gonna jump to this scene with Richard, her husband, and Lexi when they go to the cabin, right? Or whatever it is, a house on the lake, whatever it is, when they go out there. And he tells her, like, Lexi wants to, bury the hatchet or whatever he told him. And they get in there and it's this chaotic scene, right? Because it looks like Lexi has lured her there. But at the same time, I think was happening was that Lexi was figuring out that she might be being framed for something, or that something was going wrong, like something wasn't right. And I think Lexi was figuring it out. But that's not what was happening. Like, they're fighting, but they're fighting for different reasons. Like, it was so weird to me. What was y'all take on that scene? I'm gonna let you start, Mooch. What was your take just on that entire scene? Because I was confused.
I thought with that scene, they was fighting over that anchor woman position. I really did. I thought it was all about that. Everything didn't connect until they went back and showed why she was at that house.
Yeah.
Like in the whole boating thing and stuff like that. So their reveals was like where you be like, oh shit. Like they had more than one reveal like that. So this was awesome, y'all. And it made me go back and watch the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I had to go back and watch the last episode again because I was confused. Kay, girl, help your girl out. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Baina up, y'all. Give me 1 second, and then help your girl out. Hey, Shayna.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, Shayna.
Listen, I'm gonna come back to you in a minute, Shayna, and get your overall thoughts. But I need you to help your girl out, Kay. What was happening in that scene? What was your perspective on what was happening in that scene?
I saw it being a setup when they didn't get to go to the place that they thought they was going to do the meetup. And when he said there's a cabin in the woods, immediately horror movie survival skills kicked in. Why are you going to a cabin in the woods with a man that's not your man?
That part.
Because how he got time to do? How does he have time?
You don't.
How does he have time to drive you all the way to a cabin in the woods? And then when he was saying like, oh, she was saying like it's time for us to like bury the hatchet. I'm like, do you not know they setting you up to take you down? It wasn't no conversation to be had. She was ready to take her down, and then we find out that she's already, murdered before with you know what I'm saying, with like no conscience about it. I felt like that was a setup to like no stone unturned. Like I didn't. I feel like they had those issues from when they were teens carried over to their adulthood. Now you're trying to take my job. Now you're trying to take my man, and you bullied me back then. I feel like that they set her up to take her down.
Because Anna doesn't know that she's Catherine, but Catherine very much knows that she's Anna. So right. It's so crazy to me because I was like, but why are y'all like why? Like, what was the purpose? Like, are you fighting, like Moochie said, for this job and this man? Like, was it more along those lines? Because remember, Lexi is getting set up. So she don't have nothing to do with none of them other murders. She getting set up for the whole thing. But I was like, why did you lure her out here, like, over this guy, over all the things? Like, what is happening? Was you about to take Anna out? Because, yes. she unalive. So I said, what is happening? And did Richard realize that? Like, it was too much. Listen, Shayna, girl, I need your overall thoughts on the show. Did you figure out the plot twist before it got to twisting towards the end, or did you already kind of have a clue?
I already had a clue. I had a clue, I'm going to say episode 2, when we met the person, I was like, okay, something's a little off. How we got there, definitely caught me off guard. But who did it, I wasn't surprised.
Okay, that's what's up. And what'd you think of this overall? Just the overall vibe of the movie. I mean, limited series. Sorry, I keep saying movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was definitely good. Everybody played the parts well, and they definitely try to throw us off with all the signs and the suspiciousness with Jack and all those things. So I'm like, okay, they're trying to throw us off. And there's a few times where I was like, well, am I a little off? But then it always came back to, okay, it would just be too much like right. Like, it has to be who I think it is.
Okay, that's what's up. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't have a clue because when she was over here, I just thought she had dementia and all the things. I was like, she don't put eggshells inside of the dang on eggs. Like,
well, she gotta follow through with it.
Yeah, I see. And she played that thing all the way to the very end. I said, well, damn it. Well, go ahead then. But
she did and didn't though. There was time when she was with Anna alone, she wasn't playing it. She was just being normal.
You think so?
Yeah, like she was just acting like she normally does. She wasn't forgetful, really, unless Jack was in the room. So I was like, okay.
So you thought something was off?
Yeah, something's going on. That's what's up.
I thought she had dementia because you know how people with the dementia they be here, then they not. I said she played the hell out of that. I was like, okay, I'm not mad at it. But I want to go back to these girls and go back to the whole setup of it all. So all of this starts because of a traumatic experience. Anna literally was just trying to be a good person when she was young. She was the new person into the school, makes friends with the quote unquote friends. I'm gonna use that word very loosely. Makes friends with the, mean girls is what I'm gonna call them. Zoe, Helen, Rachel. And she's trying to be nice to Catherine, right? She wants to be nice to Catherine. She wants to invite her over saying, there's always that person who is nice to the person that everybody else is being mean to. And she had no malice with it at all. But Catherine couldn't see it that way. Catherine thought that these were setups. Do you think Catherine had any points to thinking that Anna was being the mean girl along with them? Do you think that she had, do you think that she had a reason to feel that way? Because the way that she left her when we get to that real traumatic scene, I was cussing her out. What you think, Shayna?
She definitely has some valid reasons to think so. It's like every time you invite me somewhere, something happens to me. You invite me over to the table, and there's piss in the cup. You invite me everywhere, and then there's always something happening. I would have thought that Anna was behind it too. And it's like, you say you're not, but I also blame Catherine because it's like, why do you keep trying to go over there with them? You know they don't like you. So when they call you over there, just say no.
That part. And I'm gonna come back to another part where Catherine was dumb too, because it just didn't make no sense. And oh God, it was just stupid. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree. There were times when I was like, I know that Anna is being nice, and I know that she's just being a nice girl. But if I'm Catherine, I am gonna be like, dang, every time something happen or something it's you always the one that come get me. But that's the way that the mean girl wanted it to be. It had to, she had to use her to set it up. But yeah, but Catherine, of course, we find out that Catherine is Lexi. But there's a moment in the setup. Let me see. I can't remember what episode exactly. Anyway, I think it's at the very end is where we find out. We find out that Rachel knows Catherine, aka Lexi's secret, which is that she unalived her sister. Why does she tell her? They're adults now when she tells her. Why would you confide in Rachel about what you did? I don't understand that. Like that threw me off because of all the things that have happened. Why would you even tell her that? So did she tell her that in her, because they use the, I'm thinking she told her that in her adult life, not her younger life. How did y'all interpret it? Because that threw me off too. I'm gonna start with you, Kay. How did you interpret that part?
Hold on, I missed the last question.
It's okay. So remember when at the end we find out that the reason why Rachel and Helen were blackmailing Lexi was because Lexi had confided in Rachel about what she did to her sister with the asthma pump, and basically unalived her sister. I took it to be she told her in her adult life, because I'm like, I know she didn't tell her when they was young, because Lord have mercy, they didn't like you. So I'm like, why would she even tell them that? Like, why would you give her that type of ammunition? I just thought that was so stupid.
I feel like some people still want to be liked. Just like when they were talking about Zoe was saying her and Rachel are friends. And I can't remember if it was Jack or Anna that was just like, well, when the last time y'all even hung out? Like, when the last time y'all even spoke? And she was just like, no, we're cool and all of this stuff. Some people really just want to be liked. And I feel like, especially with her growing up, and, she feel like she done came up in the world with her good job, and she done, went on her little weight loss program, and feel like she snatched now that, okay, now I look the part. Maybe I can be a part of this circle and this group as well. Because especially, y'all can't judge me for doing something heinous if I witness what y'all did too.
Yeah.
So to show that I can do mean girl things just like you can, let me be part of the in crowd.
Girl, that was crazy. But I do like your interpretation of that, because girl, I was sitting up there like, this is dumb, this is stupid. That was where where I fell off it. I was like, ain't no way. Shayna, what were your thoughts over that, finding out that that Lexi actually gave Rachel the ammunition to blackmail her?
I agree with Kay. She's a late bloomer. You're finally coming into your own, as an adult. Nobody really cares now, but she never got to be on that in crowd. She never got to fit in. And that also plays a part as to why she kept coming every time they invited her, even though it made no sense, because you put pee in my cup, we never speak it again. And I would have been on hands. But it's like, all right, well, she's still not over there. She wanted to fit in. So it's like, finally, at 35, I fit in. So you confide in her. And it's like, Rachel is a mean girl through and through. She was gonna be a mean girl to the end. So it's like, confiding in her made no sense.
That part. Mooch, your thoughts?
I didn't think that she was gonna betray her like that. But with them going back and forth, I thought she finally accepted her. And at that time, I thought it was the other sister, this other sister. I didn't know that she was gone. Because remember, that wasn't, huh? I thought it was her. Yeah, I thought it was her sister at first. So I still didn't catch it until the text messages came out. So
when she was saying the blackmail thing, yeah.
Yes, but she figured once she lost the weight and looked the part, she was going to be accepted.
Exactly. Like she worked. It's almost like she worked her whole life to feel like that they would finally make her a part of this group that she always wanted to be in. And some people it's like that when you're a product of being bullied. Some people work their whole lives to get that revenge body and that revenge job and to prove that you're worthy, or to prove that you're the opposite of what people bullied you for, and they still want that approval. But you can't seek approval from somebody who got a borderline personality disorder and don't care about nobody.
Because girl, she didn't.
Just
The
like
way that she
always turns to a villain. She was a victim. That's like you want to go and take somebody else. You want to be the villain. Like you rather just do it to somebody else instead of them doing it to you. When she changed her name to Lexi and said, "Call me Lexi now," I was like, she had a plan. That was her plan that day. Call me Lexi. She's been planning this ever since then.
That part. The way she just started pushing the air out of the inhaler. I said, dang, you diabolical for this right here. And that's why you couldn't feel bad for her. You couldn't feel bad for her because she really is. It feels like, well, I don't know if it's uncommon. I don't, maybe I haven't looked at enough stuff, but I just have never seen where it's like where there are like multiple villains, but the other villain didn't really do anything, but yet they did something. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like at the end of the day, Lex was a villain. She was still a villain, like because you unalived your sister, and I'm pretty sure she was gonna unalive Anna if that gun was loaded. But at the end of the day, it wasn't her that was the unaliver, and she was the one that was being bullied the entire time, but yet she turned out to be just as bad as Zoe, Rachel, and Helen. Just as bad. She would have fit in perfectly. They should have let her been a part of their group. She fit in perfectly. Anna was the oddball out, it seemed.
Yeah. But she fit in, but she couldn't. She still didn't look the part because
she didn't look the part.
Yep, she didn't look the part.
When she left Anna in the woods, I knew right then and there that she had the tendencies. Because, still, my heart of hearts, I can't just stand here and just watch this go on like those other three did. So it was like,
but she saved her. That was the crazy
thing. And then you just ran off and
said F you.
Right. That's the only girl in there letting that happen is kind of crazy. But I feel like she just stole her sister's identity and just went on.
Exactly. She literally said F you and kept it she said, well, F that, and kept it pushing after she just literally saved you. But you know what's more diabolical is that Rachel thought to take those pictures, show them to somebody, and basically sell them to them. And then all three of them sat there and watched it like it was pornography or something. Like they just sat there looking stupid. I said, all of them, I don't know what the technical term is, Kay, but all of them got some kind of mental problem. Like you just can't sit there and look at that and not have a shred of anything. That was crazy.
Yeah, if you have personality disorder, you sure can. When you're a sociopath, they don't care about nothing. Like those are people who like you could put them in the same category as like a Mike Myers, because if you torture animals, you torture people. When you don't care about the harm of anybody, when you can sit there and hurt people and watch people be harmed, that is a sociopath. And they'll never care about anybody at all. Like those are people, they're never going to have true friends because anybody can get it.
Yeah, that is very, very true. Very, very true. But listen, so we've already kind of talked about it a little bit. We talked about the big reveal of who the real killer was. And the way that they did the letter, I thought was so genius. Like that was like, to me, that was like one of the best parts. The way we get the switch up when we're listening to her read this letter, because I really thought that, I was like, dang, Anna came and planned all this stuff. Like that's literally what I'm saying. Like, we at the end, like when it was ending, I was like, dang, I can't believe Anna done did the setup. They finna tell us how Anna did all these things because she was gonna make sure that she got back and all. That's literally what I thought was about to happen. but then the switch up in the letter to the mama's voice. Let me know what your thoughts was, Moochie, as you were listening to this, and then you get the switch up and realize that it's the mama.
That was surprising, but she was everywhere. She was behind the scenes in the shadows. She had keys to everything. The reveal was awesome, y'all. Where she played it off. If you have to commit to something like that in order for it to work. Mm-hmm. And she committed to it all and had everybody convinced. Because stuff like that really do happen, like with the eggs being in there, the shells and stuff like that. Walking out the house, all of that. Mm-hmm. That's happened when you be seeing people in they night clothes and stuff like that. So yeah, she was and it seems she made it convincing that she was a wanderer. Mm-hmm. And she was a wanderer on every night that the things happened. That's what made me go back to watch it the last 2 episodes. Where I was just like, I like to pick stuff apart, but this, I love the reveal to this. And the mother did I wasn't mad at the mother.
Go ahead.
I think when she found out, she figured out who Lexi was before anybody because of what she did when she threw that wrapper on the ground and she was cleaning their house. Mm-hmm. So with all of that happening, this is crazy.
That's the other reason why I couldn't feel too bad for her. When I saw that little piece right there, I was like, Lexi, you are a menace. Like, you literally are a menace. First, you sitting up here on the sofa eating this and you just gonna drop it on the floor. Like, you deserve every last single bit of them bullying you. I'm sorry. And I don't condone bullying, but I feel like she was just as much as a bully as well. But like I said, hurt people, but they don't have to. And that's the problem. Like, you don't have to. You know what it feel like. So why would you do that? But Lexi wasn't all there, is what it all boils down to. But Shayna, the reveal of the mom, the way that she played this off, the way that she had, it was perfect. The nightgown things, her being naked at night and always allowing what's his name? Jack, always allowing Jack to be there to help her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she played it off. She has the perfect alibis. Like, she has it was perfect. Thoughts, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I agree. Because I was like, if somebody ever did catch her, then it's easy to say, oh, I have dementia, even though we know she doesn't. So it's like, she definitely played it off good. It was well thought. I'm glad she didn't just see that and just react off emotion. She just took the time to really sit there and plan that out. Giving a letter, I really love that, because normally you see that when a person passes away and it's like, okay, now I found out this information. Like, she gave her the letter and was just looking at her through the window, and it's like, well, I'm glad that she actually, and because Anna never told anybody, she didn't even tell Jack. So it's like, I'm glad that somebody knows and that she was still, let her know that, like, hey, I'm still trying to protect you. The damage is already done, but she's still trying to protect her. And Anna, really, Anna's the one who should have been snapping and going back on all those bullies. Like, one of them is your sister-in-law.
That part.
And then you caring for her daughter. So it's like she's the one who has the heart of gold in this situation. But I'm glad that she let her know that she did it and that she was behind it, and she really played it well. I'm glad she just, made sure that, because I thought Jack was gonna go down for this. Like, I didn't think he did it, but I definitely thought he was gonna go down. But I'm glad she planned it out nicely.
Yeah. Planned it out perfectly. It was a really good plan, and I don't think anybody with dementia would have been able to perfectly pull off that plan. I said this was like because what can you tell somebody? Like, you can't tell someone with them, like, you can't say, oh, they knew. Like, it's like the perfect thing. It was just the perfect excuse, and the way that she made everyone believe it, from the coffee. I forgot about that part. The coffee, when she made the coffee, but it wasn't coffee, it was just water. Everybody that she came in contact with, she made them believe that she was suffering from this. Kay, what are your thoughts over the mama and her execution?
2 things. I got to hit on the ending, and then we got to back up on the scene with Jack and Anna discussing the tragedy of their child, because that was some good acting right there.
Yeah.
The mom. See, here's the thing: when you underestimate Black women, and she knew, because of societal expectations on Black women, and when they have these so-called service jobs, and when you look at people in this role of this maid, housekeeper, mammy type character, you're supposed to be friendly, docile, motherly, mild, meek, and she played upon that because she knew nobody would ever think that she might have the mental capacity, the intelligence, or the will to want to figure it out, and to even have the ambition to carry out an elaborate plot such as what she did. And she said that she knew nobody would ever look at her that way, because they looked at her as a lower class citizen. They felt that she was beneath them. She was Black. She was a single mom. They weren't wealthy, an underdog.
Yeah.
We don't even see her. And that's how she was able to move through the shadows.
Yep.
You can't underestimate people. And she didn't do nothing wrong. I'm here for that. You're supposed to step behind your kids, because she literally had to sit and not just hear about what happened. They had video footage. So she had to see her child be brutally assaulted. And not just brutally assaulted, but she was set up by the friends that she trusted. She was set up by this group of girls who purposefully put her in the situation. And then it was up from there. And she knew the system wasn't going to do anything, because these are very wealthy people. These are people with power, money, influence. And if she even tried to, I got this tape, I'm going to press charges. When you going up against people with power, money, and influence, she could have disappeared. Anna could have disappeared. The footage could have disappeared. No charges would have been filed. You would have dragged your daughter through something to face her trauma, and there would have been no repercussions for it. She had to take this in her own hands, which I want to know her lineage, because I know she ain't the first one in her family line to have done something like that. You had to have learned some techniques from somebody. Y'all in the League of Shadows or something.
Okay, that part. No, well, you know what? So we're gonna so we got to talk about another piece of trauma in it, and why Anna had disappeared. So when we first meet Anna, we learned that she's been gone for a year. She goes in and put her badge in there. She can't get in because she's been gone for a year. She wants to kind of get back into her job. That's how she even ends back up in this town that she's from. But what we learned later is that her child passed away from sudden infant death syndrome, right? And it was in the care of her mom, which is another reason why her mom felt a type of way. She felt like she owed her. Not only was it that motherly love, but it was also the fact that you lost your child while in my care. And I can't imagine what that would feel like for a mom, especially, for your child to lose your grandchild in their care. That has to be hard. So that was another thing, right? But later we have the moment where, of course, we learned about Anna and Jack, and they're married, but they have their moment with each other. They have their moment where they talk about it, and they just had to get it all out. And she felt the way, like she felt like he was always trying to fix it. And a lot of times I think that's what it is. Like, people feel like they need to fix something, like let me just fix it, when she just wanted to feel the pain. She didn't want anybody to fix it. Like, that's not what she wanted. That's not what she needed. But you know how it is, communication and all the things. But I love their moment together where they have this conversation and where it all comes out. And I just thought that they did so good. They really did an amazing job at this. I ain't gonna lie, I cried a little thug tear, a little thug one, a little thugga. Shayna, how did you feel about that particular scene when it's like all revealed and they put it all out on the line?
that was definitely some good acting and a much needed scene, because this isn't something that's often talked about, in movies, shows, short, limited series, things like that. Touching on that situation, it was definitely, it hit close to home for me, because I lost a child as well, not in that way, but I can definitely understand how it was. And then, like they said, you don't want to blame your mom, but we can already imagine, like, hey, well, the child was in your care, so I'm going to have possibly some type of resentment because it happened when my child was with you. But I'm glad they were able to talk it out, because her disappearing for the year, coming back, and then seeing him in the car with Rachel, the way she saw him, where the location was, is a lot. They had to have that conversation because it was just a lot to process.
A whole lot.
I enjoyed it. I'm glad on it. It was tough, but I'm glad that they had the conversation.
Yeah, and then there was the moment that we learned that she didn't want to leave her child. And so there's also that part where she she did, not even a probably. Like, I think in theory, like, she knows that it's not her mom's fault. She knows that it's not his fault, but you can't help but feel those feelings because you're human. I told you I didn't want to leave. I told you that something wasn't right, that I needed to be here. And then I left my child with you. And this is what happened when I left. Like, I'm sure that because she says it at some point, like, she knows that it's not anybody's fault, but you still feel those feelings. Moochie, thoughts?
That whole scene was intense. And we got a lot of answers, because first we got like a little snippet with her hearing that song and where she had to pull over on the side of the road. And then, she felt guilty, but she was mad at Jack because she went against her word. She went against her gut feeling. So she kind of wanted to blame him for that. And she felt like he wasn't there for her. Like they was dealing with it, but he wasn't really comforting her like how she wanted to be comforted in that situation.
And she was going through postpartum. I think so.
Exactly. Yeah. All of that combination, and then you lose your child.
Yep. That's a lot. That is a whole lot. And I guess when they give us all of this, because we're getting this all in pieces too. We're not slapped with all of this at one time. We're getting this all in pieces. And I feel like this is even more of them trying to build this case to get people to think that Anna could be the one, because at the end of the day, the two main people that they wanted you to think it was Anna or Jack. Which one of them had more pain or whatever that caused them to do this? Because Jack would have had to snap too. Like, even to think that it was him, it would have had to be for a reason.
Because think about it. Remember when she left, he couldn't even find her, and he's an officer.
Yep.
And that he lost a job spending time looking for his wife, who was so deep within her grief that she just up and left. And instead of probably her just getting up to leave, she probably should have just taken the time out to talk to him, or maybe, I don't know, some grief counseling probably would have helped. But she was already broken, and then that drove a wedge within their marriage, and then he feels like, here he is, I just lost my child and I lost my wife. The child is gone, can't talk to the baby. Wife is gone, can't talk to her. Who do I have now to process all of these feelings and emotions with? And I know as a mom, she was going through her things, dealing with, I could have stopped it. I knew something was wrong. He's not listening to me. But he's also going through his own grief and feeling like, I missed the mark with listening to my wife, and I just lost my whole family.
Mm-hmm.
And then her coming back all of a sudden and saying, you should have waited for me.
Right. After a year.
Okay. While busting down a dude and he done heard you.
Exactly.
That was wild. I said,
he was a terrible detective, I must say. Like, I know he was going through grief too, but he was an awful detective.
Listen, I said, okay. But in the end, y'all, when it was all said and done, you know, the mom pins all the goal was to pin all of this on Lexi. Like that was the bigger plan. The bigger plan was that now Lexi is going to take the fall for all of this. And that's exactly what ends up happening. The thing is that she didn't do what she wanted to do. What she wanted was for her to go to jail because she thought that would have been a much better punishment for leaving her baby out there like the way that she left her. You know what I'm saying? Like you just left her after she saved you. But you know, everybody thinks that Lexi has done it. Richard tries to. There's a defamation case for one thing. Richard decides to concede because he's like, he didn't want to lose everything when it all came down to it. Anna gets her job back. Anna is pregnant. Her and Jack get back together. So it all, you know, it all comes full circle. And they end up with Zoe's little girl. I don't know what the little girl name is. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway, so it all comes full circle, basically. And the mom said something very interesting in the letter. She said, killing Rachel brought you here. Killing Helen kept you here. But killing Zoe gave you the family you lost, right? And then, of course, you know, Lexi was supposed to go to jail. What did y'all think about how, like, just what she said? And then she goes on to talk about a mother's love. I don't blame the mom. Like, I've never blamed her. I think that what she did, I mean, it was, you won't get any argument out of me. I think that she did what any mother would have done that was, you know, that saw what she saw. That had to be hard. So just give me y'all thoughts on that ending and just her talking about a mother's love. I'll start with you, Shayna, and then Mooch, and then Kay.
No, I love the ending. And at first, when Anna was crying, I was like, okay, you know, how's she processing this? But when she gave that little smirk at the end, it's like, yeah, because that's it. And she knows because, you know, she's gone through grief. She's given birth. She's pregnant now. So it's like, she knows she's going to know how it feels. And she knows how it feels to really have that love for your child. So I'm sure that gave her some, you know, just some reassurance like, hey, my mom actually is there. Even though we went through that tough time, you know, they did come out on the other side. I'm glad that her mom was able to see that because she really loved Jack. I'm just wondering, like, what are you going to do with that letter? You need to shred it, dispose of it, burn it. Don't let nobody find it. Now y'all know you can just act like it never happened. I wonder how much longer she's going to play off the dementia thing. But I really enjoyed the ending. I'm glad that they came over and it just kind of came full circle. But she needed to hear that from her mom because it's like, okay, well, all these people are gone and we don't know why. But now that I know that it was really you and you were doing out of love, like, that just makes it all so much better.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Mooch?
Well, once she saw everything on that tape, I understood why she did what she did, especially when she saw how much what she was going through at work. When she was like, I got you, B. I was like, okay, she done put everything together now. And the thing she said about being a planner, that blew my mind because she planned everything and she was very careful with what she did. And she got to stay in character still, I believe. She would have to because she don't want Jack to know. She probably going to burn that letter. I wouldn't want nobody to see that. So I just thought what she did was awesome, but that letter explained everything. How much she expressed, how much she loves her daughter and what she would do and how far she would go to make her daughter happy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Or to give her the life back that she had. I'll say it like that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Her mom said, I'm going to give you everything back that they tried to take from you. That you're going to live a full life, the life that they never expected you to live. And I'm with it. I mean, we need more revolutionary people to say we're going to take back the life that they tried to strip away.
Okay.
Without guilt. And we're going to be smarter than them about it. Because the way she got it, she's like, boom, look, right on my nose, I didn't know you went through this traumatic experience. And I'm sorry I couldn't be there because I didn't know. But everything that they tried to take away from you, you about to get. You gonna be the one that's gonna come out, come out on top out of all of this. And she literally wiped the board clear of all of her ops.
Mm-hmm.
And so that you can live a life in peace. You got your husband back, all your frenemies gone. Now you have a family, 2 kids now. You're welcome.
Okay, that part. And listen, at the end of the day, this was an excellent limited series. I absolutely loved it. I think they did an amazing job. There was this one thing that I forgot to talk about, but it kind of tied it all up in a little bow and made you realize that Lexi truly was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and that something really was wrong with her as well, because Richard never even realized that he was married to a psychopath, a sociopath, whatever you want to call it, both of them. He didn't even realize it. But when the sheriff talks about the moment about the funeral, when he talks about how she was crying real hard, and then all of a sudden he goes down to the basement and she down there eating them Krispy Kreme donuts, smiling like she had, like she just won the lottery or something. Like, that was crazy to me, and I had forgot about that particular part of it. But that really like brought everything when they were in that room, tying all this on her, putting all of this on her, when they found the nails and when they found the knife, and everything just so perfectly there for them to find, mind you. But it's a small town, and so you don't expect them to like go through a bunch of whatever's there, they just gonna roll with it. So it is what it is. But I did want to mention that Lexi truly was psycho.
I think what bothered me the most was a scene in the woods with the SA and them singing "Happy Birthday."
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, not only and then I saw Rachel counting money, and it's like, what's going on here? The fact that y'all are sitting here singing along, it's like, but now that I think about it, they didn't get enough justice. They got off too easy. There should have been some more pain and suffering.
Mm-hmm. Well, Zoe, I think Zoe might have got it good though, because boy, she told Zoe up.
Yeah, because it's like Anna had to deal with seeing her like as your sister-in-law, so you can't even give us a constant reminder.
Mm-hmm. And you saw what she did to her when she came up to her, when she passed by her and threw her the finger. And I was just like, girl, after what you did, like, you should be ashamed.
The audacity.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was just mad that she married her brother.
Well, she should be ashamed of herself just in general. Mm-hmm. Because I would never even be able to look that girl in the eye again after sitting there. You know that never went away. Like, you can't tell me that you ever forgot that. That is, that's crazy to me.
Y'all just sat there the whole time, and then because it's like she was 16, you started to go back to school. You have to deal with these people. I honestly probably would have never even married Jack because it would have been too traumatic. But it's like, you should be glad that she never exposed you to her brother.
Mm-hmm.
That could have affected their relationship and his relationship with his niece.
Exactly. And then the detective, Lord have mercy, poor baby. But I wasn't mad at her though. Jack looked guilty as ish, like at this point. Like, Jack was out there looking guilty. So it was what it was. But I don't know. But this was great, y'all. This was a really, really good limited series. If you haven't got a chance to watch it, please make sure that you go over there to Netflix and watch it. It's only 6 episodes, but I promise you, when you start, you will want to keep going. You'll want to keep going and going and going. It's a really, really, really good watch. And I think that this is going to go down as one of the top shows of the year. I know it's early, but I just feel like it's just one of them ones. So there's that. But listen, I need to know what you ladies got going on and all the things. I'll start with you, Shayna Baina.
I just did some reality reviews recently. Love and Marriage Huntsville, Ready to Love, and something else. Some of my community tab. So I do want to do some more scripted. I wish I jumped on when y'all did All Her Fault. Now that was good. That was a good.
That's what I was trying to tell him. I was trying to tell him if you like a
it's
good
on my list.
Yeah, I'm like, I heard there was because a lot of people are comparing the two, like which one's better. I kind of still like All Her Fault a little bit better because even though for that one too, I knew
Don't say who it was. Yeah, no, don't say who it was.
It was
I
like
haven't watched it.
You could never predict how that happened.
I didn't see
there was
that
no way
one.
to predict it.
Yeah, like with this one, for both of them, it was the same thing. It's like, I'm not surprised at who it was. I mean, this one had me questioning it a little bit more. That one, I was like, yeah, that's definitely that person. But the way it happened, like, what?
Yeah.
So that was good. I'm like, I need to add some more scripted to my roster because the scripted shows right now, Peacock and Netflix, they're definitely doing their thing. But just keep on these tabs. I'll be posting there what I got next.
Okay, that's what's up. You said all I got, and then you got like about 3 posts. Come on now, come on.
You need to watch All Her. I can't believe you didn't watch All Her Fall.
It's on my list. It's been on my list to watch, and I just haven't been able to make it back to it. Like I keep like, dang it, I got to get back to it. So it's on my list, and I'm still going over there. And Tell Me No Lies, I got to catch up on that. Like those are the 2 things that I have to catch up on. So,
even the, what's that other one? There's the what's that other one on Peacock with the military guy? The something it starts with a C. The Cambridge.
I know what you're talking about. I started watching that. Yeah, I think I'm on like.
I watched that one. That one was like a slow burn at first, but when you started, it's another one with all these plot twists, and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't see that coming. And that's a good one too.
What's the name of it?
It's the hold on.
Okay, yeah, let us know what that is. I might have to put that on my list too.
Yeah.
What's it called?
What's on Peacock? Dang, I can't remember.
Copenhagen.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll put that on my list.
First episode, I was like, what's going on? But once we got to the end, yeah, that one's pretty good. The plot twist.
Okay, I'll put that one on my list. That one wasn't actually on my list, but I'll add it to my list now. Mooch, what you got going on, boo? I know you just kind of getting back into the swing of things. What you got going on?
Yes, I am. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, but tonight after the watch party, we're doing the first reaction to Power Force. So come through at 1:15 a.m., y'all, and holla at your girl. Ew.
When you say it like that at 1:15 a.m., I'm like, dang. That's how I looked at it. I was like, woo. Kay, what you got going on?
Thank you, CT, for throwing that in the chat, because I was about to say, I know I did something this week. I did. Y'all know I'm a Marvel head, so they've been dropping teasers for Avengers Doomsday that comes out at the end of this year, and I've been behind on them, so I did 2 teaser reactions for Avengers Doomsday, the teaser for when they're in Wakanda, and a teaser of X-Men. So check that out. And speaking of Marvel, we will be covering Wonder Man that drops at the end of this month on the 27th, I believe. So make sure you hit like and subscribe. Yep, Wonder Man's coming out soon. And also, if you want to get ahead, go ahead and watch Monarch on Apple TV. Season 2 comes out in February. We will be covering it when that starts. Y'all, that is a really, really good show. I'm surprised I didn't jump on it when it first aired. But if you like Apple TV, throwing that one out there, hop on Monarch.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, Monarch. So now I got a couple of things because I didn't have Monarch or Copenhagen on my list. So I'll have to add those to my get it together list. I'm watching something on Apple right now. What am I watching on Apple that I'm trying to catch up on? First of all, Hijack came back on. But I forgot. It's been so long. I forgot what had happened.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it. Yeah, I gotta rewatch it.
Me too. I gotta go back. It's like I tried to go to the second season, but I didn't care about all the stuff they tried to tell me what happened. Shit, I can't remember none of it. This was what 2023, I think, when this show came out. If I'm not mistaken, it's been a minute. But they've come out with a second season, and honestly, the first season was good, but I just don't remember it. So check out Hijack, y'all, if you haven't checked out Hijack over there on Apple. There's something else over there on Apple that I'm watching too, but I can't think of what the Industry. I was trying to catch up on that because I didn't watch that. I was trying to see if I would want to be into it. So I wanted to look at the first couple of episodes of it. So anyway, y'all, as far as my channel is concerned, honestly, I don't know what I might be dropping some more family business stuff over here. I have a couple of interviews that I'll be dropping on the other channel soon. And then I have we're doing Power Book 4 Force watch party. Listen, if y'all watching Power Book 4 Force, then y'all come on out tonight and to the watch party, because we're gonna be watching that. I'll have it playing in the Discord too. So if you want to hop into the Discord with us and watch it over there, you can do that as well. So that's going to be happening. I did just drop, we just dropped our last reaction to It, Welcome to Derry, the finale. So if you did not watch It, Welcome to Derry, please do yourself a favor and go over there in them streets. I know. I'm the last person to tell people to go in them scurry streets.
But we got you right though. Good. We got you in there. We got you in we got you all up and through Derry.
I know. Listen, I was up there. Kata made me go back to the 2017-19 version. And listen, I'm in that thing now. Like, honestly, I can't wait for the next one to come out. And I almost want to go look at some more Stephen King stuff. Almost. I ain't there yet, but almost. Tika trying to talk me into.
If you don't do nothing else, watch Dr. Sleep.
That's what she's trying to get. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna go watch that. And she said something about The Shining, because I guess
if she watched Dr. Sleep, she gotta watch The Shining first.
The Shining and Dr. Sleep.
If you like The Shining first and then Dr. Sleep, because all of them is connected to it. Yep. And Derry, everything is connected, and you'll be surprised how everything is connected.
I can't even watch Get Out without getting the creeps.
I couldn't watch it in the house by myself. I will never watch it in the dark. I'll wait and watch it the next day. It ain't that
bad. Pennywise ain't that bad now.
I was scared of it. I was scared of it from the book, though. So it's you let your imagination run with you when you reading a book. Yeah, somebody walk in the room and scare the heck out of you.
Oh yeah, the book is even worse because your mind can take you anywhere. No,
so it's just like that. And then when I saw the movie, I had to have somebody in the house to watch it with me.
Yeah, that book will traumatize you.
Listen, I downloaded it, but I haven't read it yet. Shout out to Arthur Rose. No gangbangers or drug dealers in this show, right? I can't watch any more stereotypical Black shows for the life of me. Thanks. This is His and Hers. This is a psycho thriller, and it's actually really, really good. Very, very good. Listen, I just like good TV. But thank you for the $5 super chat to whoever channel that was on. We appreciate it. Brillo said, no potholes with those shoes. Oh, we were talking about Pennywise. Penny is hilarious. Oh, and you said something about review all the It movies that be fire. Actually, we did 17. We did 2017, 2019 already. Mm-hmm. And then the only one we didn't go back was to the very beginning, to what year was that one?
And I 1990. I did one in October because I did like a 90s horror theme. So I have on my channel a review of the 1990s movie. So on my channel, I got a whole playlist, everything Derry. If you in there with Stephen King, come on over.
Okay.
The 90s was scarier. I don't know.
That's what some people said, because of even though there wasn't their visually, but the way Tim Curry played it, he carried the movie in a more creepy, sinister vibe than Bill Skarsgård, because Bill Skarsgård had special effects to help hold him up. Mm-hmm. Tim Curry he said, "I'm just going to do this thing and make it creepy all by myself," and did.
Okay. See, I started to go over there and watch that one, but then when we talked, I wanted something that was more closely to Welcome to Derry, so that I could understand like everything that was happening. So, and then after I watched those, I was like, hell no, I'm not going back to watch that one. Y'all have to drag me over there. I'm good. I just barely got through this. I'm gonna need some time. Okay. So
it's good.
I'm gonna need some time, but I'll get back over there. But other than that, we did our what did we do? Oh, yeah. If you didn't check out our interview with Miriam Hyman, aka Stacey Marks, then definitely go check that out. She's super dope. Learned a lot, and it was a good time. So definitely go check that out if you haven't checked that out. And then shoot, I don't know. I probably got some other stuff, but just go to the channel. Yeah, I don't know what I got up there. Just it's like stuff. So we have 2 channels. You can go check out Talk That Talk Media. Has a ton of stuff over there. I have some original documentaries that we've done over there. We have a new original documentary that we're going to drop at the end of the month. But we have a couple of them up already. So definitely go check it out. It's very eclectic over there in them streets. And then y'all know my regular channel, TV Junkie. I got all your family business stuff, all the things. So definitely just, go find some stuff. I promise you, it's something somewhere. But y'all, we appreciate y'all so much. Sally, hey girl, hey. I feel like I don't see you as much anymore, but it's good to see you in the chat. Kia, the curator, TG545. Shout out to Brillo in the building. Brillo, is your boy coming through tonight? Is your son? What is it? Your son? Your nephew? Which one is it? What he always say, Mooch? His son or his nephew?
His grandson.
Oh, his grandson. I'm all the way out. His grandson. Your grandson coming through the power tonight? I hope so. Listen, y'all. If Tariq show up on Power tonight, I don't know. Y'all think he gonna show up? Anybody think he actually gonna show up? You think so?
If Ghost ain't coming back, I don't care.
Well, Ghost ain't coming back.
I ain't not that. Like I said, the only Ghost we gonna get is Baby Ghost.
Baby Ghost. That's it.
That's the OG Ghost, so it's not for me.
Listen. It's a lot of people like that though. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see. But y'all, we will be up in there, y'all, shortly. Whenever it come on at 11 my time, 12 Eastern time. Don't ask me what time that is. What time is that in Pacific Standard Time? That's what is that? 2 hours for me? I don't know. Whatever, convert your time zones, y'all. Just know that it's 12 o'clock somewhere, okay? 12 a.m. We'll be up in that.
Yep. EST, midnight. Y'all, we're going to be there. Y'all want to watch it with us? Hope if y'all up, because y'all know the spoilers going to be out immediately after the episode. So if y'all don't want the spoilers, come on, hit this watch party.
Girl, because they done damn near dropped the whole episode with all these damn clips. I said, damn.
That's why I ain't watching I ain't watching no clips. I ain't want to look at no pictures.
It is 9:49 now. My time, 8:49 EJ time. Y'all got time for a power nap and to come back and chill with us.
That's right.
So I say go take your power nap. If you in the West Coast, you gotta come back at what time is that? Like 11? Like
9,
where you are.
9.
Well, where you are, so you an hour behind. So y'all gotta come back at 11. My time, NYC, Queens in the building, East Coast. You come back at midnight. We're gonna be here at midnight, and then 1:15, we're gonna chat about it, y'all. Get your power nap.
Okay. I ain't gonna take no power nap because I'm gonna take a sleep if I go take a power nap. So I'm just gonna stay up.
Your voice so convincing, like it's not almost time.
Set your alarm and get a power nap real quick. Yeah, so it's 10 for. You said 10-4 TG. That's what I'm saying. I'm about to log off of this right now and take me a nap.
Oh God, I know I'm not gonna take no nap.
I don't gotta work tomorrow. Oh my gosh.
No, I don't have to do that.
I do, and I gotta get up early tomorrow. So
me too. Tired, y'all.
But we gonna do this thing. That's all right though. We got it though. But all right, y'all, we're about to get up out of here. We really hope you guys appreciate it, and we really hope you guys enjoyed talking about his and hers with us. Again, if you're watching this on the replay, please make sure to drop down and type in #replay squad. Let us know you came through. Let us know what you thought about the show. Was it a banger, and will it go down as one of the top shows of this year? And if you've watched All Her Fault, let us know if we need to go ahead and if I need to go ahead and watch that next. They say I do, but I need to know if y'all think I need to watch it as well. So we'll talk to y'all later. Peace.